LGBTQ plus 1 minute news. Let's queer up gay culture. GLAAD report warns online LGBTQ safety is declining. The new report criticizes major social media platforms over declining LGBTQ plus user safety, with Meta and Twitter receiving some of the lowest scores in the annual Social Media Safety Index. The report evaluates TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads using 14 queer-specific safety indicators. Meta continues to face criticism for rolling back protections against anti-LGBTQ plus content, removing trans and non-binary themes on Messenger, and ending its U.S. fact-checking program, because we'll have no facts here. YouTube also remains under scrutiny after removing gender identity from its hate speech policy's protected characteristics list. GLAAD is urging the platforms to strengthen moderation, improve privacy protections, invest in human moderators, and restore safeguards for LGBTQ plus users and other marginalized community. Yeah, this is, all you have to do is look at the aborted White House Correspondents' Dinner from a couple weeks ago. When you see all the, Bezos and he was at the Met Gala, sponsoring the Met Gala, and Zuckerberg and all those, kowtowing like little simping bitches to the president and his policies.
They all kissed a ring.
Yeah.
They all kissed a ring. Okay, so it was the beginning of 2025 that we sat at this table and we talked about those rollbacks that now Facebook and Meta owns everything, right? So everything that you're on, you're like, oh, F Facebook, bitch. They own Instagram too. And guess what? TikTok that we thought would go to China is not, right? Ended up with another one of his cronies, know? And I just think it's going to get worse and worse. The fact that most people I know got off X once they allowed you to start being racist. Yet there's still people on there. I would have thought for sure we would have, had some kind of collapse to that, So, we got to keep our eyes on this.
Now, I was just going to say, it's also affecting, people like ourselves that, rely on social media to get the word out for our events and things like that, too. This has taken a huge hit, in terms of how we spread our word. And we have to be strategic in terms of how we're labeling things and how we're reaching our people. I'm trying to, create some sort of a buzz for a concert that, that's coming up. And so I'm having to go into the meta systems and stuff and seeing where it is that I can tag and how to reach people and stuff. And the tagging now is just so general at this point.
Yeah.
It used to be where you can get down to specific things and actually get to LGBTQ plus people that I've identified on Meta, but that's no longer there.
No.
I'm actually glad you brought that up because I also do events, and I think in the day of AI, of bots, and because they did all of those rollbacks, I am seeing slurs on every single platform.
Wow.
But I think when we're on these platforms, we can filter out certain words. And I would just encourage you, as you are planning any sort of event page, to make sure those words are filtered out in the comment section, because I have reported, I love to make reports on social media, and oftentimes, especially on Instagram, slurs directed towards me are never that we found nothing wrong with what was said. We found no issues. It has happened countless times.
Well, that is an LGBTQ plus 1 minute news story. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ plus stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.